gotta ask, man.
I've been requested for like private chats, so I give people places to just summon me. I show up in the tavern every time he's there. He can't get mad.
Wait, he wanted to talk to you in private?
No. He made a comment about how we were in a private chat and then like we came in there and everything, and it's like, sir, I've been asked for these safe spaces. I go to where I'm summoned. I also don't always have the energy for like Levi and Raven and them, so like yeah. Oh, it's equal? Gross.
Oh, shit.
Oh, I love rift fragments in the morning. I'm now at rift level 5, honey. That goes on. Where be my charms? Customize.
You ain't got shit up, Megatron. Sit down, bitch. Sit down.
Excuse me?
Ain't you gonna press? Anybody that presses Megatron deserves a ticket. That's just
Has he still got his fucking schoolgirls watching him?
Fuck if I know. I'm sorry, was I supposed to be checking on a cult member that we should just be forgetting about?
Yes, but my heart won't.
Okay, ma'am, your heart needs to see him for the literal trash garbage that he is. He is in a cult, and he literally thinks that your medical shit is fake. All of it.
that ain't even a red flag. That's a fucking warning sign with a biohazard.
Oh, he's got 4 viewers.
He never really has a lot.
I don't even see who it is.
Hold on, I'll go look. You have to do it for mobile.
I mean, I'm here.
It's you and some chewable book. That's it.
I'm not a bot.
I don't know. I didn't look. I don't care enough to look.
Oh no, this is some random. It is somebody. Who the fuck is this?
Ma'am, it doesn't matter who the fuck it is. Ooh, this is some real gay hair. I kind of want it.
close that door, please, and turn that down?
You toss me one of those green ones.
Yeah. Okay. You a little bit.
Hmm.
What if you go home with the car?
Go fuck yourself, dude. You don't help us with shit. You just fucking pile on more bills. Fucking, you aren't entitled to fucking help. Cunt.
And I get my own fucking office. Well, I share it with this other girl, but still. Oh shit. Amira tried to make her face go into something that hopefully resembled joy. That's amazing. Shawnee didn't notice her struggle. She was beginning to dance against the side of the couch. Go, Shawnee, it's your birthday. In dark blue scrubs, Zara started singing about Shawnee's new achievements. Shawnee dipped with her hands on her knees and echoed each new triumph with, hey. She got a new job, hey. She got an office, hey. 401k, hey. Look it up, girl, hey. From the kitchen, Josefa asked, Amira, you want something to drink? Amira watched Shawnee dip it even lower as Zara clapped double time. I'll literally take any alcohol you have, she said. Shawnee's two-bedroom apartment had a kitchen with an exposed brick wall and a fire escape outside the window. Josefa lived there too, but Josefa never objected to anyone referring to the space as Shawnee's. It was filled with Shawnee's things and co-signed by Shawnee's dad. Amira recognized the dormy 20-something isms about the space, the mess of cords leaking out from the TV stand, the IKEA bestseller couch, too many recent pictures fighting for space on the refrigerator. But Shawnee's place maintained an air of adulthood, and now her employment did too. Apparently, the management at Sony called Shawnee in at the end of the day. They told her how pleased they were with her performance, asked if she was happy working there, and then they offered her the promotion. On the 7th floor of a high-rise in South Philly, Shawnee toasted her bosses with sparkling cider in plastic cups as she did what she claimed was an ugly cry. And that was when she became the last of Amira's friends to no longer be listed on their parents' health insurance. Amira accepted a glass of wine from Josefa. Across the cutting board, Josefa pressed a knife into her sandwich and ate a leaf of basil that slipped out the bottom. The plan for the evening had been to watch Netflix, drink wine, and maybe order Thai from the place down the street. So Amira was a bit confused by Josefa's meal. She also needed a few more minutes to accept this new information. $52,000 a year? So what are we watching tonight? What? Without looking up, Josefa put the sandwich hat on a plate and licked crumbs off her fingers. Girl, we going out, she said. You want a bite of this? No, I'm fine. Since when are we going out? Shawnee's about to make it rain over here. Josefa pointed over her shoulder. At that moment, Zara collected the plastic fall leaves Shawnee had sprinkled to decorate the coffee table, and she threw them at Shawnee as she danced. Zara sang, "Make it clap, girl," and slipped one leaf in between Shawnee's waistband and her twerking behind. If you need clothes, Josefa said, you can just borrow mine. Man, okay. Amira pulled her hair over one shoulder. I don't know, I'm kind of beat though. This wasn't a lie, but the first of the month was also stupidly close. In 2 days, Amira would pay her rent and watch the entire contents of her white envelope disappear. Say what? Josefa topped her own wine glass off. I thought you only babysat on Friday. Amira held her glass with both hands. Josefa would never say something like this to Shawnee. She'd never say, Zara, I thought you only nursed today. For someone who was paid to go to school, Josefa had a strict opinion on what constituted a proper workday. But Amira wasn't about to defend a job she kind of wished she never had. Yeah, but you just did a lot, she said. Well, I had a huge exam today, and I think I killed it. Josefa did a sign of the cross before she lifted her plate. So I'm about to get real stupid. Amira said, right, and good for you. But she didn't follow Josefa into her bedroom. More than Amira hated the idea of going out, she hated the idea of Zara going without her. She knew this was a stretch, but if Amira wasn't there, Zara could possibly realize that Amira wasn't her closest friend, but rather the reason why the four women didn't do more things, like take tropical trips on summer Fridays, or utilize gel manicure discount days, or try exercise classes like stiletto workouts. Amira wished she also wore school sweatshirts, or scrubs, or button-downs that she considered work clothes. That would give her periodic reasons to celebrate, or a valid excuse to say no and stay in. Amira walked back into the living room and carried Shawnee's varsity jacket over her arm. She picked a piece of lint off the sleeve and said, hey, don't let me forget to give this back to you. Oh, shoot, I almost forgot about that. Shawnee scrunched up her face cutely and tossed the jacket into her bedroom. With her other hand, she held her phone to her ear. Or you can wear it again. Drinks on me tonight. I gotta work on getting Troy to come through. But Amira, just go through my closet. Take anything you want. Inside Shawnee's bedroom, Zara plugged her phone into the speakers and Young Thug began to play. Babe, Shawnee shouted over the first verse and into her phone. Babe, guess what? You're coming out with us tonight. Zara started to dig through Shawnee's closet, and in the next room over, Josefa began to paw through her own. Amira stepped into the adjacent bathroom and closed the door behind her. Above the sink, Amira wondered if there was an appropriate amount of support and enthusiasm needed to have for a friend. Because if there was, then Shawnee was hitting her retainer. Every week it was something. Wasn't it so great that Shawnee got his internship? Wasn't Shawnee's new boyfriend so cute? Wasn't it so nice that we got free drinks from that old guy who loved Shawnee's smile? And most importantly, why did Mrs. Chamberlain have to lie to Briar as if she couldn't fucking handle the truth? At the back of Amira's calves, on the fabric of her leggings, were leftover white pieces of fur from a dog that leaned up against her at the park that afternoon. There were dogs dressed like celebrities and vegetables, and puppies fighting to get hats and capes off their shoulders. Briar kept pointing and screaming that there were in fact even more dogs, and that the dogs she'd seen before were still there. But every so often, she looked up at Amira as if she'd come into a room and already forgotten what she needed. Amira couldn't tell if her annoyance with Mrs. Chamberlain came from the ingrained Tucker standard within her, or if it was mostly to do with missing out on dressing up with Briar, or maybe it had more to do with the fact that Amira had witnessed Mrs. Chamberlain being an outstanding mother, and was realizing that when she wasn't being one, it was by choice, not by necessity. Amira once spotted Mrs. Chamberlain with Briar and Catherine at the post office on a Tuesday morning. She didn't say hi, but she watched Mrs. Chamberlain sing with Briar as she carefully placed Catherine into a complicated rap. Briar was distracted and overstimulated by the post office lights and boxes and people. And Mrs. Chamberlain kept her nearby with precious prompts to stay here, big sis, to show Catherine how the wheels on the bus go round and round, to try and jump as high as she could. Mrs. Chamberlain did this all in gorgeous, expensive ingredients. What bothered Amira was knowing that Mrs. Chamberlain had that mommy it factor. Mrs. Chamberlain could tell when Catherine was about to cry. She gave Briar goldfish in a cup, never on a plate. She could be genuinely congratulatory when Briar successfully pressed the button on the stroller seatbelt, or when Catherine almost waved goodbye. But only in the moments when she truly felt like it. As Catherine got bigger and cuter, and still very thoughtfully quiet, Amira noticed that these moments came further and further apart. And another thing, Amira considered this as she pulled her pants down and sat on the toilet. Lainey Thacker was actually super fucking nice. She offered to help Amira twice at the birthday party, and she tucked in Amira's tag at the back of her polo. And sure, she was extremely dorky and had a weird laugh, and her makeup was a shade too dark. But coincidentally, not telling your child the truth about a first pet, just because you have people coming over, seemed like a very Lainey Thacker thing to do. Someone knocked on the door, and Amira said, "I'm peeing." From outside, Zara said, "Okay," but she still let herself inside. Zara closed the door and leaned a hip on the sink. "I thought you'd be hanging from the shower rod." This was Amira's favorite version of Zara. Long twists on her shoulders, navy scrubs, orange socks with white grips on the bottom. On a Friday, Zara looked like home. In addition to her annoyance with her employer, and the fact that she bought stupid patios at Walgreens for nothing, Amira felt what she knew was a childish reaction to having to share her best friend. Zara had two sisters, one of whom struggled with anorexia, and the other with depression. Two conditions that Amira's mother believed black people didn't get. On top of Zara's energy and humor and wit, Amira treasured her unfailing and non-judgmental patience for her family, her patients, and Amira herself. Despite the fact that she'd known since she was little that nursing was her passion, Zara never discredited Amira, or the fact that Amira had no idea what she wanted to do with her life. Instead, Zara often covered Amira's coat check fee, which for some reason greatly annoyed her. Zara randomly and privately Venmoed Amira to cover a well-being or cover chart. And when Amira didn't feel well, Zara listened to her symptoms over the phone or via text. She'd either respond with detailed advice or say that it was probably gas. Amira never doubted Zara's loyalty to her, but Shawnee and Josepha could offer Zara friendship and first rounds, when Amira often ordered appetizers with her meal. Amira slumped as she listened to herself pee. "I'm sorry. I just had a shitty day. What happened?" Amira placed her elbows onto her knees. What was she supposed to say? "The little girl I spent 21 hours a week with is definitely starting to get it. Every day I watch her grip tighter and tighter onto the feeling of being ignored by the person she loves the most. And she's this awesome, serious child who loves information and answers. And how could her own mother not appreciate the shit out of this? And in the bottom of all of my purses are all these old bags of tea. And sometimes when I grab my wallet, some Earl Grey or Jasmine will fall out on the counter to make me feel like I need to leave this job, and that there's no way I ever could." In moments like this, Amira also felt that if she wasn't careful, that if she brought Zara's mood down to trivial things like goldfish or tea, that Zara's patience would possibly run out. "No, it's done," Amira said. "I'll tell you later." "Okay." Zara leaned forward at the waist and whispered, "But you need to check yourself and be happy for Shawnee." Amira closed her eyes. "She is so extra right now. That girl is always so extra." Amira opened her right eye to watch Zara's reaction. "I also kind of hate Troy. Whenever Shawnee's boyfriend came out, which was not often, and took lots of coaxing and bribing, he claimed seats in clubs and bars where he could easily see the television. Whenever Amira talked to him, his eyes were half on her and half on a basketball game. He answered any and all comments with, "That's right, that's right." "Girl, everybody hates Troy," Zara whispered. "You are not special, okay?" Amira blew out through her lips. She said, I think I need a new job." Fucking duh, bitch." Zara laughed. "You're mad depressed whenever you get done. But you need to either get a new one or keep the one you got because you are still going to Mexico for my birthday next year. I want to go all out." Zara clapped once after all and again after out. As she was saying this, Amira was holding toilet paper in her hand. I know," she said. But unlike Josepha, Shawnee, and Zara, Amira didn't have vacation days or spring break. When she didn't work, she didn't get paid. Not only would her hourly paycheck be going toward hotels and Ubers instead of her rent and SEPTA card, but she'd also be losing money every day she was gone. And Zara made her promise 5 days. "Let's do this then," Zara said. "Let me know when and we'll sit in front of the TV and fill out some job applications." Amira pursed her lips. "Oh, right, like tonight?" "Girl, shush." Zara took her voice down again to say, "You need to look up and be happy for Shawnee." Okay. She stood and flushed. As Amira washed her hands in the sink, the scent of Shawnee's soap, the organic kind she got at a weekend farmer's market, filtered up to Amira's face. Behind her, Zara pulled out her phone and leaned her hip against Amira's, which Amira had come to know as a very Zara way of making sure she hadn't been too hard on her, and that it came from a good place. "See? This is why you need Instagram," Zara said. "You get to be nice to people and you don't even have to see them. Watch me." Zara tilted the screen for Amira to see. In a monotone whisper, she quoted the words and symbols that she began to type. "OMG, Shawnee, slay bitch, exclamation point, star emoji, black girl emoji, hashtag emoji." Zara showed Amira as she clicked the word comment. Then she liked Shawnee's photo, the one of her jumping in front of the Sony building, and a tiny heart flashed red. "Done," Zara said. "See? We have the technology." When Amira came out of the bathroom, she grabbed Shawnee's forearm and said, "Let's do a shot." In the kitchen, next to the open window where basil and mint grew on fire escape, Amira and Shawnee tipped 2 glasses back and made twisted faces as they sucked on lime wedges Josepha had cut up. "Shawnee, congratulations," Amira said. She licked the last bit of salt off her hand. "For real, this is big and you deserve it." Shawnee pouted in gratitude. She went in for a hug and said, "Thank you, Amira." Amira never really understood hugging someone in the middle of a conversation, but this was Shawnee's night, so she squeezed her back hard. She smelled the creams in Shawnee's hair from products that had names like Beautifully Mixed and Half and Half. Shawnee stayed close after Amira backed away. "And between you and me?" "Well," Shawnee looked toward Josepha's bedroom door. "You know what? I'm sure she already knows, but I'm probably just looking for a 1-bedroom or studio." "Oh, for real?" Amira was shocked, and then she was jealous. And then she wondered, is that what we're supposed to be doing right now? Because if it is, I ain't there. "I obviously love living here." Shawnee kept her voice down, despite the fact that Josepha could be heard speaking with her sister behind her closed bedroom door. "But yeah," Shawnee said. "I just think it's time. But more importantly, you should get my room. I wanted to go to someone who I can come back and see, besides Josepha, obviously." Amira currently lived with a classmate from Temple, a graduate student who stayed at her boyfriend's apartment from Wednesdays to Sundays, in a tiny 5th-floor walk-up where the rent was $760 each, soon to be $850 in 2016. She had a clean bed, and only one of the stove burners worked, but it was just fine for now. Shawnee's apartment was better on all accounts. There was a coffee shop nearby, the bedroom windows opened up to sky and not concrete walls, and it wasn't in Kensington, it was in Old City. But there were all these parts of Shawnee's apartment that made it Shawnee's apartment regardless of location, and those would all leave with her. The HBO her father paid for, the framed prints on the wall that were painfully commercial, bridges, sunflowers, a New York skyline, a spice rack that was alphabetized, and a flowery oven mitt that hooked onto the fridge. Shawnee had a stereo system in her bedroom and a record player in the living room. When Amira's roommate wasn't at her boyfriend's, the two of them played music in the kitchen from a bowl they called the phone bowl. If they put it on top of the refrigerator, it seemed to echo best. "That's a really amazing offer," Amira said. "What's your rent again?" "Oh, it's not bad at all." Shawnee shook her head. "Only $1,150 each, plus utilities. Total steal." "Oh shit, Troy's calling me. Babe, hi." Zara emerged from Shawnee's room holding a slinky red dress against her shoulders. "I'm trying this on." Shawnee waved a hand at her and said into her phone, "Boy, I'm not taking no for an answer." Shawnee started undoing the buttons on her blouse in the living room and held the phone between her ear and her shoulder. "You know what? I'm gonna send you a picture, and then I want to hear you tell me no." Amira finished the rest of her wine. "Zara, will you take a photo for me?" Shawnee walked into her own bedroom. "Girl, why you have to beg him like this?" Zara said. She threw the red dress onto Shawnee's bed. "Just let me change bras real quick. Hang on." Amira took a breath. She grabbed her phone from her purse, braced her hands against the wall, and crawled out the kitchen window. She hugged her elbows together on top of the fire escape and crossed her legs beneath her, careful not to kick the planted herbs. Kelly answered on the second ring. "Hey, are you okay? Let me get somewhere quiet. Hang on." It was cold outside, but she wasn't about to climb back in for her jacket. In the receiver, Amira heard men's voices in the background above earth, wind, and fire. This was the first time she'd ever called Kelly. Hey, what's up? Hi, sorry, she said. Sorry, you sound busy over there. No, I'm just at the last event of this conference, he said. It's just a bunch of tech guys drinking Long Island iced teas. Oh, gross. Okay. What's wrong? No, nothing. Amira shifted so her socks covered as much of the grates below as they could. She leaned her back against the wall to Shawnee's apartment and looked down to the sidewalk, where a delivery man repeatedly buzzed an apartment door. Sorry, I don't really have anything interesting to say. I just had a really shitty day. No way, Kelly said. I did too. Really? It was the worst. Tell me yours first, though. Amira told him all about Mrs. Chamberlain, spoons, and how she began her afternoon by showing a teenage clerk a picture of a dead fish. When she told him that they missed the Halloween party, that her days taking Briar to ballet were over, Kelly said, No, not the Halloween party at Lulu's. Amira laughed. I brought my cat ears and everything. It just pissed me off that she didn't want to talk to her kid and made her miss a party because of it. Well, any mom who misses the chance to dress her kid up like a hot dog sounds like a psychopath to me. Exactly. Thank you. And now, Amira took her voice down. I'm at Shawnee's, and she just got this huge promotion. So now she's all hyped, and I know I should be happy for her. I just want to punch her in the face and go to bed. Easy, killer, he said. Just buy her a drink. Amira held onto the railing. Now you tell me yours. That day, Kelly introduced himself to who he thought was a tech lead named Jesse. The real Jesse was a woman, but Kelly had introduced himself to her male assistant in front of her and her team. He'd also gotten salad dressing in his eye and thought he was blind for approximately 2 minutes. And he just hated Cleveland. I get back early tomorrow, though. Okay. Inside, Amira heard Shawnee and Zara call for Josepha. Josepha replied with an annoyed, What? Amira bent to glance inside the kitchen and saw that she was still alone. I'll let you go. Sorry, he said. She sidestepped and winced. Sorry, I know this was weird. Why would it be weird? Wait, are you going out right now? Yeah, I think I have to. Well, hey, go sleep in my bed when you're done. Amira laughed and said, What? I'll call my doorman and tell him you're coming. Sleep there and we'll do breakfast tomorrow. This, Amira thought, was the most adult thing that had ever happened to her. Wait, no, she said. Kelly, I can't do that. There's absolutely no reason you can't do that, he said. It's a perfect opportunity for you to steal whatever you want. I'll call the front desk right now. Does that sound good? It sounded so good that Amira said, Kelly said, What do you mean, Inside the window, Zara yelled, Bitch, you need to relax your shoulders. Amira looked up into the dark clouds and said, Let me think for a second. Amira, come on, Kelly laughed. She heard him take a breath before he said, Are you gonna be with me or what, miss? She placed her hand to her forehead and grinned. By the time she crawled back into the kitchen, she had a new text from Kelly. Frank knows you're coming. Bring your ID. Amira helped herself to another glass of wine as she heard Zara say, Zepha, you gotta get closer, sweetie. Amira pushed Shawnee's bedroom door open. Inside, Shawnee was topless and kneeling on top of her bed, cupping her breasts with one arm and hanging the other at her side. Josepha was holding a desk lamp above her head and saying, I feel like you have to get even higher, Z. Zara stood on a chair with Shawnee's iPhone held out in front of her. Wait, Amira's better at this. Zara tossed Amira the phone. I get down and hold your tits up, though. 11. Elise didn't care that she was plateauing 8 pounds above her pre-baby weight. She didn't notice that she and Peter hadn't had sex in almost 3 weeks. To be fair, he didn't seem to notice either. He was getting insane camera time while covering the current snowstorm. And she was also fine to ignore her editor's emails and calls, asking how the book was going, and if there were a few chapters she could read over the holiday. Everything could stop for just a second, because Rachel, Jody, and Tamara were coming to Philadelphia for Thanksgiving. Even better, Elise would go back with them to New York City for 5 whole days. The Clinton campaign had finally reached out and asked her to attend a women's event. It would be her first time back in 8 months, and Catherine's first visit to the city. And as Elise removed her gloves and hat in the front vestibule of her home, Amira's phone glowed with a text banner across the top. We regret to inform you that flight WX1492 is no longer in service. Outside, snow raced so quickly that it seemed impossible that it would settle. But it did, burying cars and trees, slamming storefront doors shut, and then keeping them spread open like very used books. The top of the Chamberlain Court stairs had been a stomping ground for mud and ice for the past 3 days. Elise still made the trek to swim class in Ubers and cabs. She and the girls were often the only ones in the pool, because she was quickly running out of patience and indoor activities. Games like, let's look at pictures on Mama's phone. Let's play Go Underneath the Blanket. Let's pull all the books down from the bookshelf and put them all back again. But tomorrow was Thanksgiving, and this Thanksgiving was going to be different. Elise and Amira hadn't been the same since Briar's fish died 3 weeks ago. On a Monday, Amira turned down the offer to take extra cookies home so that Elise wouldn't eat them. And on a Friday evening, when Elise offered her a glass of wine, Amira had said, I'm actually okay, but thank you. This shift in their relationship haunted Elise in everyday places where she never would have imagined she'd ruminate about her sitter. In a bookstore, Elise found herself pondering what time Amira went to bed. While breastfeeding Catherine, she wondered if Amira had seen the movie Pretty Woman, and if she found it contentious. On the escalator inside Anthropology, Elise imagined what Amira had said to Zara about her, and if Zara was the type to blindly agree or push back. Elise also found herself reorganizing her lifestyle around Amira, despite the fact that she didn't have an explicit reason to. If Elise went shopping, she took the tags off clothes and other items immediately, so Amira couldn't see how much she'd spent, even though Amira wasn't the type to show interest or ask. Elise no longer felt comfortable leaving out certain books or magazines, because she feared Amira eyeing her Marie Kondo book and subsequently thinking, wow, how privileged are you that you need to buy a hardcover book that tells you how to get rid of all your other expensive shit. Sometimes, Elise found herself pretending in front of Amira that she was about to eat leftovers for dinner. In reality, she'd be thinking to herself, just order the sushi. Just text Peter and ask him what he wants. What point are you trying to prove by eating leftovers? But still, she'd wait till Amira closed the door behind her to go to her computer, ask Peter if he wanted the usual, and place her order via Seamless. In the beginning, Elise would search Amira's name on the internet and Instagram to see if she'd finally gotten an account. She convinced herself that this was a safety precaution concerning her children. But now Elise had taken to looking at her own Instagram account while imagining she was Amira and viewing it with fresh eyes. She slowly scrolled through her own feed and guessed which pictures Amira would click on. Amira never hinted that she felt this way because why would she? But Elise often felt that Amira saw her as a textbook rich white person, much in the same way that Elise saw many of the annoying Upper East Side moms that she and her girlfriends had always tried to avoid. But if Amira would only take a deeper look, if she gave Elise a chance, Elise knew that she would begin to think otherwise. Elise fantasized about Amira discovering things about her that shaped what Elise saw as the truest version of herself. Like the fact that one of Elise's closest friends was also black. That Elise's new and favorite shoes were from Payless and only cost $18. That Elise had read everything that Toni Morrison had ever written. And that out of her group of friends, Elise and Peter actually had the smallest salaries. And that Tamara was the one who always flew first class. Elise often and unsuccessfully tried to drop these bits of information. But tomorrow, if things went Elise's way, Amira could see all this in person. Rachel, Jody, and Tamara would be taking the train to Philadelphia on Thanksgiving morning. Rachel was thankful to not spend the holiday alone. Hudson would be with his father. Tamara would be coming with her daughters, Imani and Cleo. Her husband was traveling for work in Tokyo. And Jody's entire family would be present. Her husband, Walter, her 4.5-year-old daughter, Prudence, and her 1-year-old son, Payne. It was Thanksgiving that made Elise realize that her 3 best girlfriends hadn't yet met Catherine, who was almost 7 months old. Had it been that long? Catherine, who looked more like Elise every day, and was so easily quotable and darling and unconcerned with crawling that she made Briar seem borderline manic. Her girlfriends had joked about Elise showing them a traditional Murphy Thanksgiving, complete with very suburban decor, fluffy turtlenecks and warm fall colors, DIY Pinterest projects and table toppers, and the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade on repeat. But this joke had turned into an ironic theme that Elise couldn't wait to execute. Elise hired 2 caterers to pour drinks, hang coats, serve food, and remove plates. She filled the first floor of her home with pumpkins, gourds, wheat stalks, and acorns. A turkey pinata was waiting to be hung above a massive rented dining table, set up in the stretch of the tiled foyer. With red twine above a small table that held 4 different types of pies, Elise hung slips of brown craft paper, where guests could write down what they were thankful for. She was delighted to consider the upcoming day, being around her 3 favorite women with a cheesy Thanksgiving steam and tons of red wine. But just the idea of Amira being there too made her blush into her scarf. Holding her last grocery store lot, bread, pink salt, butter, cookie dough, blood soda, Elise said, "Hey!" and set the reusable bags on top of the counter. Catherine was doing on a bed while sitting in a bungalow at the center of the room. Amira held Briar's hips as she stood at the window seat and pointed out onto the street. Briar said, "Mama, the window's biting my fingers." Amira turned and said, "I can't believe you went out in this mess." Thank God for the weather, Elise thought. Most of her conversations with Amira in the last few days were fueled by weather management. If Briar should wear gloves, if an art class was snowed out, or if Amira needed to borrow an umbrella for her travels home. Elise rolled her eyes at her own actions. It was insane and kind of apocalyptic. I shouldn't have made you come out today. No, it's cool. It's only 2 days, Amira said. She turned back to Briar and said, "I'm not going to see you for a little bit, B." Briar's top teeth popped out in response. "No," she disagreed. "No, you see me." "So I usually see you 3 times a week?" Amira explained. She held up 3 fingers and Briar grabbed onto them. "But this week is Thanksgiving, so I'll only see you 2. When Amira put her ring finger down, Briar looked offended. "Nuh-uh." Briar shook her head. "No, you see me 3. But then I'm going to see you every day next week. Isn't that cool?" "You're really saving me next week," Elise said. She opened the refrigerator door and the quickness of it made a loud suck of air. "Amira, I hate to say it," she didn't, "but you should really check on the status of your flight tonight." "Really?" "Just to be safe." Elise started moving containers and plates around in the refrigerator. "You can use the computer there." Was this cool? Trying to win a Best Supporting Oscar as she waited for Amira to learn her flight was canceled? Who cared? She'd make up for it anyway. The realization that Amira could have a seat at their Thanksgiving table made Elise practically high. Suddenly, the 4th Thursday in November wasn't just a holiday. It was 4, or hopefully 5 or 6, hours to finally make Amira family. It was a night to save through Malbecs and yams and candlelight and pie. But Elise hadn't forgotten about that night at Market Depot. And she thought about it every day, multiple times. That she'd never go to that grocery store again, even if it was an emergency, even if it was snowing the way it was now, even if Amira wasn't her sister. Amira moved to the computer and clicked as Elise prayed that Zara didn't have family in Philadelphia. Amira put her elbows on top of the desk, touched the sides of her face, and said, "Well, shoot." "Oh, no," Elise said. She closed the refrigerator door. She couldn't overdo it, but she had to appear like this was in fact a tragedy. "Amira, my heart is breaking for you. I'm so sorry. I feel like I jinxed it." Amira kept staring at the screen. She bit her bottom lip and took a deep breath as Briar crawled into a nearby chair. "No, sorry. Is it okay if I call my mom real quick? They bought my ticket, so they might know about a later flight." "Absolutely, Briar, get down." Briar said, "Mama, you can't touch Amira's water." And as Elise set her on the ground, she said, "Okay, I won't. Thank you for telling me." By the time Amira came back upstairs, Elise had turned music on low. Paula Cole played softly as Briar explained that even a snowman needs a nap sometimes. Elise picked up Catherine, who snuggled tightly into her chest. Amira sat down at the windowsill. "Looks like I'm the last to know," she said. "The earliest flight I can get is tomorrow night, which would make the trip pointless." "I'm so sorry, Amira." Elise turned Catherine around, the back of her head leaning into Elise's chest. Briar walked to Amira and began tapping on her knees. "Maybe it's better to find out now than at the airport?" "Yeah, I went home last summer, so it's okay. And there's nothing I can do, I guess." Amira, while she rocked her second daughter in front of her stomach, Elise walked over to her sitter at the windowsill. "I know it's not your first choice," she said, "but we would absolutely love if you spent Thanksgiving with us." "Oh, wow. No. Amira shook her head. "Okay, cuz Amira," Briar interrupted. I'm your first choice." Elise thought, "Yes, Briar, good girl." Amira laughed. "Well, I can't really argue with that," she said. She reached forward to pick up Briar from underneath her armpits and turned her around to sit her on her thighs. "That's extremely nice, but I'll be okay." "Amira," Elise kept on bouncing, hoping it gave some coolness to her words, which she knew she had to deliver like a decent option rather than a desperate plead. "I'm telling you, the grocery stores are nuts, and I've been in my 20s and I've done Chinese takeout for Thanksgiving before, and it never made me happy. It made me really depressed, and I swear it also made my face break out." It was still 1,000 times better than spending the day with her own parents in a snowy nursing home, but that wasn't the point. "My 3 best girlfriends from New York are coming in. We're going to have way too much food, and we'd love to have you." Briar reached up with 6 fingers and said, "How many is this?" Amira touched her hand and said, "That's 6. Mrs. Chamberlain, I really appreciate it, but it actually looks like my boyfriend will be stuck here with me." She glanced at her cell phone. He was supposed to meet his family in Florida, but his flight got canceled too. This was even better. "We'd love to have him," Elise said. "Bring your boyfriend. 4 o'clock on Thursday, and you won't be here as a sitter. No diaper changing or anything. You guys will just be here as guests." Amira exhaled and thought, "If you eat all your toes?" Briar looked back at Amira and whispered, Then just let me up. No more toes." Amira pressed the main button on her cell phone, smiled, and said, "Let me ask him." As Elise prayed for the second time that evening, Amira wrapped her other arm around Briar's waist. "B, did I eat turkey here with you? I don't really like eating toes." Amira wore earrings with square copper plates, and instead of answering, Briar reached up for them and said, "I want to open this." "It doesn't open, Mama," Amira told her as she texted. Hearing this pet name made Elise fidget and think, "Please, oh please, come tomorrow." Amira looked at Briar and asked, "Should I come eat pie with you this week?" "Yeah," Briar decided. "But you can only have 10 pieces." "Only 10? That seems fair, I guess." Amira looked at her phone. She looked back up at Elise. He said he'd love to come. It took everything in Elise not to drop her daughter and hold her chilled cheekbones in her hands. "Did you hear that?" Elise said into Catherine's ear. "Amira's gonna come eat turkey too. Is that okay?" Amira reached over and squeezed Catherine's foot. "Can I come hang out with you on Thanksgiving?" And then, Catherine May Chamberlain looked at Amira and said, "Hi." Amira and Elise gasped. Elise felt her face flush and tears run to the corners of her eyes. She turned her daughter around and brought her face up high. "Did you just say hi?" she asked. "Did you say hi to Amira? Briar, did you hear your sister?" "Mama," Briar called. "Can you take a picture of Amira's earring? Let's take a picture." Amira bounced her. "Your sister just said hi, big girl." "Can you say hi again?" "No." Elise swallowed. Catherine smiled sweetly, and Elise held her little body close. She shook her head happily and said, "Amira, go home." Amira laughed and said, "What? It's insane out there. Go home, and we'll see you on Thanksgiving." "Oh, I can give Briar that real quick." No, Mira, go." The warmth Elise felt for her daughter's first word, and for the day she was about to have, it was almost too much to keep in one room. If Amira stayed much longer, Elise would risk accidentally saying, "I love you," or ask if Amira liked babysitting for them, or how old Amira thought she was. "Actually," she said, "wait 1 second." Elise set Catherine back down in the bumbo, retrieved a Whole Foods bag from a bottom drawer, and opened up her refrigerator. She filled the grocery bag with 2 bottles of water, a frozen tortellini dinner, a can of soup, a can of chili, a pack of Briar's animal cookies, and a bottle of red wine. Amira came into the kitchen. "Wait, Mrs. Chamberlain, what is this?" "This is yours." Elise pushed it into her arms. "I'm sure you have food at home, but this is better than anything you'll find at a grocery store right now." "Whoa." Amira adjusted the bag in her arms. "This is really, really nice. Just do me a favor," Elise beamed, "and come very hungry on Thursday. And Amira, I mean it. You're not coming to babysit. You'll be here as family, okay?" Amira pouted a little in a way that made her look quite young. She pulled up the back of her leggings and said, okay. 12. On Thanksgiving Day at 4:06 p.m., Amira stepped out of a yellow cab in beige faux suede boots. Kelly held the back of her arm as she spotted previously made footprints in the snow on the way up to the Chamberlain front gate. It was the first time all day the snow had stopped falling, and above their heads, it balanced an inch high on naked trees, wires, and window ledges. Amira stopped with one hand on the gate latch and the other around a bouquet of purple and yellow daisies. Through the cold, she could see her own breath. Hey, do we need a code word or something? She said. Kelly stuck his hands into his pockets and matched her low tones. A code word for what? If you're like, Amira blushed. If you're not having a good time and you want to leave. Oh, okay. How about, I don't want to be here anymore. Amira shoved his chest and opened the gate. Boys, stop. We'll be fine. I'm happy to be here, he said. I am expecting excellent wine, though. I'm sure you won't be disappointed. At the top of the landing, Amira went to take out her key, but today was different. She could already hear women's voices inside, along with multiple children who could speak in full sentences. Kelly stood next to her, so holiday handsome, in dark jeans, a red sweater, and a black coat that went down to his knees. They'd spent the last 24 hours together in his apartment having lots of sex, watching bad movies, and ordering in, and Amira felt more like an adult than she could have ever imagined. She looked up at him and whispered, I feel weird using my key. Okay. He placed his finger on the doorbell. Want to use this? Amira said, yes, and Kelly pressed the button. Together, they waited, and Amira held the door. Hey, Kelly touched her waist as the doorbell chime sang. What's your name again? Mrs. Chamberlain. Do I have to call her that? What's her first name, just in case? It's like, Amira adjusted her thick black braid on her shoulder. Alex? Ellen? No. Amira put her head to his shoulder. It's Alex, but it's weird. It's like, Alex? Amira, he grinned. How do you not know this? I do. It's just not what I call her. Just call her Mrs. Chamberlain. Shh. They readjusted and waited in silence. In a painful pause, Kelly once again leaned toward Amira. Is she European or something? I don't know. Maybe. What do you mean, maybe? Jesus, Kelly, I don't know. She's white. Kelly laughed into the top of his coat. Okay, miss. Let me kiss you before you come. Amira leaned into him, and she felt his lashes close on her face. They backed away as Mrs. Chamberlain opened the door. Amira, you made it! Mrs. Chamberlain's blonde hair was curled at the ends, and it flew with the gust of the door. Fumes of candlelight, pumpkin pie, and brandy came with her. Amira said, Hi, Mrs. Chamberlain, thanks so much for... But then Mrs. Chamberlain said, Oh my God, with both panic and recognition, as if she almost walked into a very clean glass door. Amira watched Mrs. Chamberlain's face go into the same warfare that her daughters did when schedule did not go according to plan, or when Amira tried to read to her at night. With her hand on the door, Mrs. Chamberlain seemed to brace herself as if she were preparing to be hit, or as if she already had been and barely made it out alive. Kelly seemingly woke up, blinked twice, and said, Alex? Part 3. 13. Elise checked herself in the mirror. She wore a deliciously chunky oatmeal-colored sweater over tight jeans and brown boots. She walked downstairs with Catherine in her carrier. She whispered to Tamara, I think she's here. And then, as she swung the door open, she stepped back and tapped herself 15 years into the past. In front of her stood both a grown man and a high school junior, and this person that embodied them both was saying, Alex? As if he knew her. There, next to her babysitter, stood Kelly Copeland, William Massey High School class of 2001. Alex Murphy's first everythings, blowjobs, sex, I love you, heartbreak, and a million insecurities in between. On top of his unbelievable presence on Elise's front stoop, the way he said her name had momentarily paralyzed her. Alex. It sounded whiny and pedestrian, and it felt like she discovered a vegetable deep in a refrigerator drawer, forgotten so long that the mold it gained had also started to gain mold. Her heart buzzed as she thought, no, it's not possible. But the more they stood before her, she thought, fuck. Amira laughed once and said, wait, what? As she looked from Elise to Kelly. Catherine started to squirm in the cold, and Elise said, come in, it's freezing. Amira and Kelly stepped into the vestibule, and Elise closed the door behind them, thinking, Kelly Copeland is in my house. Past the vestibule door, Elise saw all the people she loved most surrounded by the campy Thanksgiving decorations she piled high in her trunk just days before, all glittering beneath a dumb fucking turkey piñata. It was all much akin to the over-the-top decor her parents would have paid for someone to assemble on 100 Bordeaux Lane, and for a moment, Elise actually thought, how fast can I throw all this garbage away? It wasn't supposed to look like this. It was supposed to be a joke. Is this the wonderful Amira? Jody's beige poncho flowed past her elbows as she came forward. We're so happy to meet you. I'm Jody. Don't be scared. Rachel hugged Amira next. We just feel like we know you already. Hi, boyfriend. I'm Rachel. Kelly. Nice to meet you. Fuck. Tamara came down the stairs appearing, as she typically did, presidential and important. She opened both of her arms to Amira as if she were a ringmaster at the top of the show and said, Amira, bring it in, sister. She embraced Amira as Elise tried unsuccessfully to lock eyes with Jody. Happy Thanksgiving, girlfriend. Let's get you a drink. The three women seized Amira and took her to the bar, where the bartender asked if she'd like red or white. Just outside the front vestibule, where she'd read so many of his text messages, Elise stood with Catherine and Kelly. Catherine kicked her legs and chewed a sock she pulled off her foot. For the first time ever, Elise wished she hadn't strapped her daughter to her chest. You look. Elise had no idea what to say or where to put her hands. Very much the same. Because he so heartbreakingly did. His tallness was still shocking, and his hands seemed almost freakishly huge. This was Amira's boyfriend. This was Keenan and Kel. This was the guy Amira met on the train who told her that he was excited to see her tonight. Thank you. Kelly looked up at the chandelier above the table that stretched 12 places long, and the red and brown turkey piñata that swiveled slightly in the blast of heat that came up from the floors. He was seemingly assessing the rest of his evening when he said, I see nothing has changed for you either. Excuse me? But before he could answer, Peter was walking over and sticking his hand out to Kelly like it was a football on the first day of the season. He smiled and said, Peter Chamberlain, the way he did on TV. Walter joined Peter to alight on the only other male presence in the house aside from Baby Payne, who was fast asleep. Rachel, Jody, and Tamara were interrogating Amira with drinks in their hands and nodding furiously at all of her answers. Elise removed Catherine from her chest and placed her in a playpen beneath a soft arch of hanging moons and stars. She paced halfway up the stairs, locked eyes with Jody, and mouthed over the banister. Come here. Upstairs, the kitchen was still. The counters were stocked with yams, mashed potatoes, bread rolls, and asparagus, waiting on top of burners and underspun foil lids. Next to the girls' bedroom, Elise stepped over a case of red wine on the floor and opened the door to the tiny laundry room, which was more of a substantial closet by New York standards. When she heard Jody's footprints change from carpet to wood, she reached for her friend and pulled her inside. Jesus, honey, what are you doing? Elise said, shh, and pulled the string above their head. A single light bulb clicked on in the small square space. Elise realized she was about to say Kelly's name out loud, and her heartbeat double-timed. Listen to me, she said. Downstairs? Elise put her hands on Jody's shoulders. That's Kelly Copeland. Okay, Jody smiled. I don't know who that is. Amira's boyfriend? That's the guy from high school who took my virginity and broke up with me and told everyone where I lived and ruined my fucking life. Beneath the shelves of guest towels, diapers, laundry detergent, and emergency batteries, Jody's green eyes went big. You were joking. Jody, I don't even... Elise backed up against the washer and dryer, which were stacked on top of each other. I don't know what to do. You just found out? Just now. How long have they been dating? I don't know, a couple months? Months? Elise said shh, and heard Rachel's voice say, hello? Elise opened the door and pulled Rachel inside. Are you two being bad? Rachel held a glass of wine that Elise thought might be her second of the evening that hadn't yet begun. Jody grabbed Rachel's arm. Elise knows Amira's boyfriend. From where? I thought you just met him. He's cute. Elise fanned herself after Jody went on and explained. When Rachel fully understood, she said, your ex-boyfriend is dating your sitter? Jody palmed Rachel's mouth with her hand, and Elise said, shh. Okay, but wait. Rachel removed Jody's hand. That's the fuck charge you told us about? Elise nodded and placed her hand on her stomach. I feel like I can't breathe, she said. Oh my god, he's here and I'm still so fat. Both women hissed. No, you're not. Jody tapped Rachel's elbow and said, go get Tamra. To Elise, Jody said, okay, put your head between your knees. Elise wanted to pace around, but she quarantined herself and her friend in this closet, and everywhere she looked were light bulbs and Swiffer refills and canvas bins overflowing with tangled extension cords. The reality of how completely different this run-in was from the last 15 years of Kelly Copeland fantasies came down on Elise and crushed her lungs. She was still 8 pounds heavier than she'd been before Catherine. The current state of her home was a modern, minimalist environment she worked so hard to achieve. And there were babies everywhere. Not just the sleeping cute kind, but Briar with her questions, and Prudence with her naughtiness, and Tamara's kids with their obedience that was somehow very pretentious. This wasn't how it was supposed to go. Throughout marriage, motherhood, and monumental career changes, Elise had always found herself forming ideal scenarios of how she would see grown-up Kelly, or rather, how he sees her.
Yeah.
There were the cliche pipe dreams, seeing him after a particularly good blowout, running into him.
I'm playing Dead by Daylight also and listening to it.
In one of these more elaborate illusions, Kelly was on vacation in New York with a short, brunette, picture-taking, long shot Jody girlfriend. After a frustrating morning of getting turned around on the train, he'd end up at the farmer's market in Union Square and enter Elise, with tiny Briar strapped to her front, both with messy and darling hair. She'd see them before they saw her, and she'd lift her sunglasses up onto her head. Kelly? Oh gosh, hi! And then Kelly promptly fell in love with Elise as she gave them excellent directions and recommendations for cheap cocktails on rooftops in the city. Elise would wave, good luck, have a great trip, and she'd be the one to walk away first. She'd be wearing something classic, like a white tee and red lips. Elise had even dreamed Kelly into her future. She hadn't exactly finished her first book, but maybe she'd write another. And this time, it'd be a book for young girls. A 46-year-old, hopefully pudgy or balding, Kelly would stand behind his daughter in line at the Barnes & Noble on 86th Street. They'd drive all the way from Allentown and stay in a hotel by the train in Astoria. Elise would open her book and sign the title page for the inspired tween. She'd look up at Kelly, smile, and say, did you know that I knew your dad? But here he was, nowhere near chunky or bald, explicitly reminding her of the night that ruined her high school career. And not only was he here, Kelly Copeland was dating Amira? Her Amira? The fact that he knew Amira at all seemed unbelievable. Could he tell when she was mad? Was he allowed to touch her hair? What did Zara think of all of this? Did she approve? And then Elise touched her forehead, coming to what she knew was an adolescent realization. But nevertheless, she thought, oh my god, Kelly and Amira have sex, simultaneously, with each other. With 2.5-year-old Cleo in her arms, Tamara opened the laundry room door. Rachel came in behind her, and the room seemed to meet its capacity. Tamara whispered, what the? As Cleo pointed upward and said, like Minnie? Hot, hot. Tamara said, that's right, don't touch. Jody rubbed Elise's back in slow, circular clicks. Okay, Tam, here's the situation. When Tamara was caught up, she nodded and said, okay, Elise? Hey. Elise stood up, her face flushed and her head throbbing. It was high school, a very long time ago. This is going to be okay. I know it was a long time ago. Elise wasn't anywhere near ready to be okay about Kelly Copeland. She placed her hands over Cleo's ears and said, would you be calm if your ex was currently fucking Shelby? Tamara reflected on this and said, okay, I get it. Cleo covered both of her eyes and asked the room, where's Cleo? How did this happen? Elise said to no one. Babe, you are so red right now, Rachel said. You gotta cool it. Jody's maternal instincts couldn't ignore Cleo. She tickled her side and said, we see you, lovey. A child started crying downstairs and Cleo looked at Tamara. Is that my kid or yours? I feel like it's mine. Okay, this looks bad. We gotta get out of here, Tamara said. Listen, just be cool, pretend that you went to high school with him, and that is it. Tamara would have kept going, but her face turned. She looked at Cleo and said, did you just poop? She lifted the child still behind and then reported back. Nope, we're good. This gesture devastated Elise, and she couldn't help but think, oh my god, my friends are such moms. Elise found it remarkable how she could be both in love and embarrassed at so many things at once. There was the age and status of her friends. Rachel, divorced twice at 35. Jody, the mommiest mom ever, also 35. And Tamara, though impressive in every other way, was quickly pushing 40. And then there were other numbers that suddenly seemed mortifying. The height of Elise's husband, the same as her, 5'10". Her own post-baby body, 141 pounds. And most of all, the fact she'd lain in bed the night before and been so pleased that she counted in her head how many African-American guests would be present at her Thanksgiving table. This number had totaled to 5. Rachel shook her head. I want to kill him, Jody said. I think there was a disconnect in life where this happened. Tamara nodded. I know which one you're talking about. Jody asked, are you going to tell Peter? Peter wouldn't know what to do with this information in the context of the evening. Elise needed him to be his charming self and keep Kelly occupied with gracious hospitality. She said, not tonight. Rachel waited a second before asking, are you going to tell Amira? This sent Elise back inside herself. She looked at Tamara and said, Tamara, what do you think? You're not telling anyone anything tonight, okay? Tamara decided this for Elise and for the rest of the group. She and Kelly are probably having the same conversation we're having right now anyway. But listen, I'll take care of Amira. Peter and Walter are already taking care of Kelly. We went to high school with him, and that's it. What a coincidence. How funny. That's all. Okay, just a coincidence. Elise reached her hand into the neck of her sweater and tried to create space between her sweating armpits and her top. What a shame, though, right? Rachel took another sip of wine. Their kids would be gorgeous. 14. When Mrs. Chamberlain had opened the front door, Amira had to stifle her laughter. Mrs. Chamberlain's face had landed at a similar bewilderment as it had the first time they met. 5 months ago, Amira watched Mrs. Chamberlain swing her door open to reveal a person she created in her head. And surprise, it was someone much darker. Mrs. Chamberlain was so graciously confused at the sight of Amira that she even apologized for herself. Sorry, hi, you're so pretty, come on in. And her reaction to Kelly on Thanksgiving was much akin to this. But as Amira waited for her to apologize for herself, Kelly called her Alex. Amira's knowing giggles turned into nervous laughter, and Mrs. Chamberlain's face curved down. Before she could get an answer, Amira was pulled into a thankful wonderland and ambushed by 3 other moms. The women shoved a glass of red wine into her hands as they asked her where she was from and where she went to school. And she was caught up on a sitcom called Blackish. When Amira said she hadn't seen it, Tamara touched her arm with a solid hold and said, oh, Amira, you
Oh
have
my
to see it. It's a
god,
very
I
important
need
show.
this in my life.
After the 3 women all headed upstairs, Amira spotted Briar in the living room in a plaid
I
and
need this
uncomfortable looking, sitting next to 2 other
Whiskers.
little
Leave me
girls,
the
one with
fuck
bright red hair and the other
alone.
with a tiny afro held back by a flowered headband. Amira tapped Briar on the shoulder. Hey, Pickle.
Hey, you
Briar stood.
and me
Just
and
like Harry Potter. I don't like fancy season
Yes.
You want to come meet my friend? Briar didn't say yes, but Amira picked the little up and walked back toward the front hall, where Peter,
Fuck
Kelly,
you,
and Emily were talking.
Wesker. Eat my
This is mine.
palate.
I need
This is
a
mine.
Harry
Briar said
Potter
to the man who didn't
binge.
know. This is my friend.
Otis.
That's terrific. He had huge cheeks, big shoulders, and looked like a young Santa Claus in a white sweater with knit squirrels. We haven't met yet. Walter, I think you already met my wife, Jody. All the redheads you see are mine. Amira, nice to meet you. She smiled. Hey, B, this is my friend Kelly. Can you say hi? Briar tucked her head into Amira's neck at what looked like a painful angle. She could still inspect Kelly even though her face was almost upside down. She stuck out 2 fingers and said, I'm 3. Kelly turned toward the little girl and said, "No way, I'm 3 too." Briar eyed him and grinned. "No, I'm just big for my age," he said. "Well, I'm actually 3.5."
Mother.
Amira's lips mushed against each other and she felt so pleased. Of course, he was completely wonderful and easy with children. Of course, he had a scripted show of how to entertain new ones before they became familiar. But as Tamara came down the stairs, Jody, Rachel, and Mrs. Chamberlain co. Kelly ended his routine early. He placed his hand to Amira's back and said, "Can we talk for a second?" Amira said, "Hmm?" But Tamara interrupted their gaze. "Briar, I know you're so glad your buddy's here today. Amira, can you lend me a hand in the kitchen?" She passed Cleo to Jody and headed back upstairs. The woman felt the sound of her command, and from the way she threw back her shoulders as she walked, it seemed like she very much expected Amira to be coming right behind her. Amira set Briar on the ground. "I guess I'll be right back." On top of that, Amira had never seen before, a pile of cloth napkins next to it. "I just need a hand folding this silverware real quick." "I'm sure you know how." Amira said, "Sure." But this all felt very strange. Not only did she not know how to fold silverware into napkins, but the pile of hand towels seemed careless in a way that didn't match Mrs. Chamberlain. Mrs. Chamberlain definitely would have completed this task before the guests arrived. Did Tamara unassemble them just so she and Amira could have this moment? Weren't they all about to have dinner together anyway? Amira looked down and she was almost startled to find her own olive green
Fuck
dress
you,
instead of the
Wesker.
oversized white polo she wore every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Tamara laid the knife down first, and Amira copied her steps. After
No. Why are we healing by the hook, Sable? Worst fucking decision ever. We're in the middle of the fucking map, you twat. Of course this cunt's coming for me. Just do this. Oh, that's cool. Let me just do this. This is definitely still one of them. Wesker, can you just come back here and kill me? I'd much prefer to be taken out of this match. My friends won't let me die in real life, so I play Dead by Daylight. Really?
Yes. Leave me alone. I'm giving my cat love.
Ma'am, you love on your cat.
I
It will
am.
give you love back, unlike this trash cult member.
He totally is too. He's cuddling with me.
Yeah, see? Trash cult member won't fucking do that.
And he's furry and soft.
Uh-huh.
And he's smothering me now. I can't breathe out my nose. If he lays on my mouth, I'm dead. Hey, Salem. I'm the one that gives you treats, remember that. Yeah, but you eat fast too. I hate that mess. Oh my god.
Poor performance indeed.
Yeah! Poor performance indeed.
I gotta get ready.
think I've caught up to you on the Rift. On the Tomy thing. Not the Rift, the Tome. The event Tome.
Oh.
Because you were getting cosmetics last night, I think I caught up finally.
I did, yeah. I think I only had one to get up.
Oh, well, fuck. Well, maybe I'm not caught.
Playing killer is easy to get a lot of that shit.
I mean, it's been easy on the Survivor side. Yeah, when I ran around. Just run around disturbing crows.
Just one.
Earning 25,000 blood points, that was easy.
That's one man.
Yeah. I have 3 more cosmetics to get out of the top. I was gonna drop 2 pallets while being chased.
That's not hard.
No. Like, I did that last match. Wow. Thanks, killer. You suck.
Go, dude. While you're sitting here, you should plug my phone. Charger's over there. You gotta keep turning it over till you get it to charge. The charger for my phone.
It doesn't need to be Halloween for us to do those kind of things. Not dead dog.
I like the
Oh, the void energy? Yeah, this is how Halloween is generally something on the gen that's giving us void energy. They change it every year, but same basic concept of the thing. I'm excited for the holiday event so we can play in snowmen and shit. It's a night. Well, he knows I'm here now. Oh, I wanted to go bar dancing, damn it. Sir, you're ruining my plans. Fuck. You should have just come on the hook beam. It would make dude go away. That was my point in that. It's fine. Let's go over here. Okay, but he didn't have didn't have barbecue and chili. We would have been fine. Get the fuck out of here.
He wants me to drop what I'm doing to go give her something. Like, no.
What?
So essentially, she forgot something in her room, and she told me that I need to go meet her 30 minutes in a different direction, and then I have to go, like, I would have to come back. Which my course starts at 4. I have to go to her dad's house to get Cece, which he has to drive me because I'm driving my mom's car, because she's driving my car because she needs brakes, and I can't be driving her car. I'm already taking a risk of driving it out loud for her. And she's all, I could be dying. Blah, blah, blah. You just don't give a fuck.
Sir's got a hex totem? That's gross.
Right in by the gen right there.
Blur. Okay, me and Jay are playing DBD. If you want to die with us. I know it is.
Okay.
That's a 3K asshole. not a fool. Oh my god, it's the first time I've been bronze and I don't know how fucking long.
Oh. See ya. Guess who found Hank? You saw it, motherfucker. You ain't shit.
Mm-mm.
Playing killer makes playing survivor a lot easier.
Oh, I have to do 4 healing skill checks. That's so fucking hard. Oh my god. I don't know how I'm gonna fucking do that. That's like near impossible.
Well, yeah. Is she coming to join us?
Jesus Christ.
Is she doing it?
Melissa, are you gonna play with us?
No.
No, okay. It's fine. I'm trying to
What?
catch Pokemon. Get in the fucking ball and stay in it, you bitch.
Is Jab live?
I don't know. Ooh. Fucking bitch, it disappeared. The Pokemon are so mean. How fucking dare they run away from me?
That and then Michaela with the witch hat.
Fuck that, Michaela. The fuck brought a bottle? Oh, it's so cute. It's the most adorable Pokemon ever.
Oh?
Let's call it Lily Pup. God damn it. Oh, not this map. I'm over this match already.
That is weird.
Fuck off, Legion. Are you gonna leave me alone now? You're not smart. Okay, I'll take it. It's a dumb Legion. It's a Legion who doesn't know how to play Legion. So they don't realize that hitting a survivor back to back loses their frenzy power, so they're dumb. They're real dumb. Oh, hi, Michaela, my bad. Let's do the gen. Do the gen, sweetheart. Oh, I do. I forgot. I was hit. I need to mend. Oh, you finally figured it out. Nope, you're still stupid. Is it because I have TTV in my name that you think that, like, repeatedly hitting me is doing something? Sweetheart, I'm not live. And guess what? I don't have to actually publish any of the fucking footage that I'm currently obtaining.
Go get a drink.
Yeah, chase me along the edges of the map where nothing is. And I'm far away from everyone. Na 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 na. Yeah, yeah. How do you like being in this back corner? Is it a good time to you? Huh? Huh? This Legion's an idiot. This Legion does not play Legion regularly. Oh, they have the don't mend yourself, have someone else mend you. They have the if you mend yourself, you're broken. Thank you.
Yo, Tex. One skill check.
Thank you. Or this Jen's part of the 3 Jen.
Bro. You always gotta get on the wrong side.
Stop having such a nice ass for everybody to get on, ma'am. Oh, I'm so fucking sorry. Hi, Michaela. Would you like to be healed? Fine. Alright. Wow! You blow the gen twice and then decide you want to be healed?
Fucking die.
Oh, tickle her ribs. Fuck that bitch.
Go pee.
What is going pee? I don't understand this concept. What have you been up to, Melissa?
In general stuff, nothing else.
Oh, cool. You know, if you need help with test running shit, you just let me know.
Okay, you guys doing that one again.
Here. Come.
Oh, they walked through a pallet. You could have slammed that and gotten me. Oh, fuck my life. Skill checks and I are not friends today, so no planting sugar for me. Hee hee.
Dumb shit. Yeah, he's coming right for you, but
Yeah, of course he is. He's fucking bullshit. Cause I'm the guaranteed kill now. Cause he fucking sucks ass. Let's tunnel harder, you piece of shit. Tell me you don't actually know how to play killer with any skill without telling me you don't know how to play killer with any fucking skill. As a fuck around killer, I have more skill. Oh, hey, you're on this gen with me. Sweet. Here he comes to ruin the fucking day. No, I don't care. You fucking murder me. You're doing all the fucking favor. Why are you taking me all the way over here? You have to run Iron Grasp. Wow. Tell me you're a baby who hasn't figured out how to be a real killer yet without telling me you're a baby. Give me the Pokemon.
go to a gen?
Oh, I'm sorry. You thought these people were gonna be smart?
I'm hanging no more than 2 feet. Could have got me off. Bitch, open, open. Fuck around and find out. Deuces. Oh, you're down. Do I come back for you? That's sorry. I'm out. I'm playing no fucking game. Oh, look, I got one for Oni. So now I am on 33.
That's easy peasy.
It's not easy being cheesy.
I'm one behind you.
Nice.
I'm working towards the Oni one.
Claudette and Michaela. Good. You ready, honey?
You leave it. God dang it, Luna, shut up! Leave it! Leave it! They are not even in this car for you to worry about. Hello?
Hello?
Oh, okay.
You seriously brought them over here, you bitch? Great job sandbagging your teammates, Michaela.
Not me being a bad girl.
Yes!
What?
It's a daddy giraffe.
Die already.
Guess who popped back into my message?
Who?
And just to be clear, just because that irritated my soul, when I was talking to Petey,
Just killing everybody. Michaela.
Zach and I were not.
Why you pick me up, look?
We were like on a break.
Uh-huh.
So therefore,
not cheating.
Nope.
And I didn't physically do anything, nor did I do anything other than flirt.
Uh-huh.
Which is why I'm like in awe that that bitch said what she said.
I mean, I'm not, because that's who she is.
That's
Again, I keep saying that she's like Nancy because I was never comfortable around her. And, like, you see how me and Fist are together. Like, I do that shit in front of my husband and I don't care. But, like, I would not be my normal friend self with him, with her around, because she is the type that would be like Nancy, that would sit there and be like, oh, she's trying to get with you and this and that, and, like, start shit. Because that's what Nancy did. And I'm just real fucking over it.
I would be too.
No, let him put me on hook. You bitch. Daddy Drac being nice.
Move, bitch. Move, bitch. Get out the way.
But it also doesn't shock me cause that she would say that about you, because then, like, she gets in the middle of you, then she can get at him. Like, that's who she is.
For all I give a shit. They're like two peas in a pod.
Mm-hmm.
Messy as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about you or anything. Fuck about you.
Are you grabbing her?
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Aww.
I love how she'll sit there and say that shit about you, but, like, doesn't sit there and ever say that anything he does is any fucking wrong at all. That's true pick me shit, man. Bitch, get over yourself. Ugh. Ah. They're counting hooks. They're not gonna kill us. They a nice Daddy Drac.
Ma'am, I can't see out the mirror because of your head. Thank you.
You need the mirror? What? Nah.
To get over, yes I do.
Wow.
Oh, what the fuck is this person doing? Alright. Fine. I'll go around. Oh, shit! My person's on a rampage. Oh, I don't. That's why I'm stuck with it.
Bam, he's in a cult. Run.
Kent, Smart, Rochester. You go. Thank you.
No. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Fantastic.
I'm glad we've had this chat. Now tell him to go jump off a bridge.
Ma'am, I offered to come into the city, put a bullet in him, and throw him in the river.
No. That's not good enough.
Oh, you want this IRL done? Okay, I got you. I'll make a phone call.
God forbid I tell him that he's coming with me. I didn't tell him.
Oh, wow.
Freaking the fuck out.
Oh, wow, so sad. Get wrecked. Stop being a dick. Sir, you're in a cult. Go to your dad. We're taking your girl and keeping her safe from your cult. Okay, bye.
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 Yeah, he's a Cheeto cult member, so I'm on this. He's in a cult. You don't need a part of that shit. Let's go. Well, if Greybush dies, that's their problem. I don't give a fuck. I simped for Daddy Drac. He said he'd be nice. I'm doing what Daddy Drac wants.
Luna! Mommy's gotta get you treats when we get there. Cause somebody done did something with them all. Or they gave them all to you. And that means that you no longer have any training treats. Because somebody spoiled you. Which explains why you have the runs. Because Cece likes to just drown her in treats.
I'm sorry, sir. I promise I'll be better. Please don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me. I love you, Daddy Drac. Please don't hurt me.
Liar.
Alright, I want him to bite me, but you know.
Okay, this is where I take my leave.
Okay. Bye. He's in a cult run, ma'am. Ooh, he's gonna come back and get mad at me. I'm sorry. Daddy Drac.
Bye.
Bye. Love y'all. I swear I wasn't being naughty.
Hey, I got lucky. He cornered me. He had the red. I kneeled down. He's like, yeah, and I took off. That was done.
I'm going to be highly suspect. We're a bunch of PC players chatting. What? I swear. This is my best behavior. I wasn't telling them that I love me some Daddy Drac. Not a fucking another Nia. Ew. My Nia's better than yours. I also have that
That's what
hair.
I'm making.
Beer.
Nope.
What?
Moonshine.
Ooh, love that. Who
It's
did
not
you
exactly
bury
legal.
underneath the tree?
That's Alex and Melissa's dad.
Oh.
I'm watching you, don't blow up on me. Dummy. Edward Jones. It might become Remy if he fucking fucks us over. 'Cause I don't fucking trust you, dude. Are you okay there, ma'am? Are you broken?
I'm good.
This isn't.
I have some disappointing news for you.
What? Go on.
Since you've left Yellowstone, the Gremlin's
I'm
coming
not
back.
fully left. Wait, what? Who?
Fist.
Liam?
No, Fist is gonna come back as a different character.
Oh, he's dead. Coming back now, I'm leaving.
He told me, and I was like, "Oh, that's funny," because she left yesterday. And he's like, "What?"
I mean, I'm not fully left. I'm still there. Still got the business.
See, you should come work for my waitlisted business. Give me the trotters, and then come in every 45 days and shoot them.
Maybe I will stay in Yellowstone. Just come work for you. Can't be off the business anyway.
just come in once every 45 days, put a bullet in them. Be like, "Hey, it's that time of the month, motherfucker!" Boom. Just saying.
No, not once a month. Once a week.
Oh, she'll make weekly appearances now? Damn. Time to get wrecked, motherfucker. What's up, Agatha?
I am doing this correct because this is my first lot.
Ma'am?
Hello.
I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about the killer, but that works.
It's doing it. It is doing it. We're good. That's more, you know.
Not you looping away while I'm just around the fucking wagon. Hi, can you touch me, please? Can you touch my body and heal me with your healing touch? Next
Okay. I would have good.
Sir, your wife is begging for your hands on her body. It really shouldn't take that much.
That's the point.
When we can make DBD sound real fucked up. Between the injured survivors, like when they're healing, sounding like they're fucking each other. All the suspect shit you can say. Especially when you're in a good one. Good one. Just blowing shit. That seems about on par. How much do you get with that?
30 bottles for one run.
Well, that's not bad.
Doing it for the medical.
Right on.
Sell them at $5 a piece.
What's up, Agatha? Touch me, feel me. Woo! Let's go, bitch. Let's go. You want to dance on the table with me? Are we going to be table dancers together, ma'am? Woo! No, let's keep struggling against the fucking thing. This is fun. Oh, they broke your hex, bitch! Not us just being horrid. Wow, I got forced to be healed by this fucking Nia. Fucking bitch. I didn't want to be touched by you. I don't like you. Cage can touch me. This person doesn't normally play Hag. Wow, this... What in the fuck?
Yeah. It's moonshine. Kicking with the moonshine.
That was the most interesting shot menu I've ever seen.
So new.
Pippity pop, get wrecked. Horror. You know what? I just don't trust you not to have something I don't. Oh. Oh, there's a hex in play.
I took it out.
No, there's another one. I'm just gonna start cleansing totems as I found them. Okay, I think we should just be cleansing totems just in case.
Oh, they got the right where I got killed. It's right there inside.
It's the thing by water tower. Yeah, I got it.
She's guarding it too. Like
Yeah, she's going to. She doesn't want us to touch it.
she booby trapped it. I found it. I had no hook, so I'm going, oh, tomato destroyed you.
Not devour being in play.
Are you dead?
No, I'm alive. Don't come over here. She's got it trapped, and I was able to see if you can get her so I can get rid of this. Distract her. Make noise. I'm 2/3 of the way done with this. 3/4. Less than 10%. Let's go, let's go, let's go! Fuck that one. Devour's still in play, though. Hi. Thank you.
Oh, get out of God. Oh, good play. Only my second
I got the entire top row.
Are you mad? Put your shit away, bitch. So you got the entire top done?
Mm-hmm. I just got the Lita's top and Hanato's out of the event tone. The event tone thing.
How did I not